Disclaimer: the iTeraCare device blower is not a medical equipment and the manufacturer and speaker provides no medical advice. Users understand that the device is not intended to be used as a medical device or for diagnostic purposes on which reliance should be placed. Its use is not intended to be relied upon in lieu of medical treatment or advice by a trained medical care practitioner. Users understand that they use the iTeraCare blower at their own risk. Always consult your doctor or other healthcare professional with any questions regarding any medical condition or for specific guidance regarding the optimal use of the iTeraCare blower, nutrition, or physical activity. Thank you for your understanding and responsibility.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Prive International. My name is Faithlyn Grace, and Prive stands for Prime of Your Life. If you are joining us for the very first time, please type in number 1. And if you're one of the leaders who have invited your friends, family, colleagues, congratulations. And I'm sure that you're doing a good job of sharing the wonderful news that is Prive. And I would also like to commend those of you who should be vacationing, but still you are here. Probably you already watched this presentation for the nth time, but you're here learning. So, congratulations to all of us. And it will be less than an hour to be talking about the product of Prive International. Welcome to Prive International, where we aim to be able to achieve the prime of our life, whatever age we might have. I like to say that. So, it seems that we don't have first timers yet, and I'm sure that some of them will be joining the call in a while, but let's continue. Are you ready? Are you ready? And during our testimonial part, if you have a testimony that you would like to share, please type in ME if you are willing to share your personal testimony when we get to that part. Okay, let's continue. So, all right. So, this is the product presentation. We are not going to be sharing the business plan. We're not going to go through the compensation plan tonight. So, it's just going to be very brief. So, we are talking about mainly the trilogy of wellness. And we are so happy to have our combination, our combo to give to the market, to share to the market. That is the iTeraCare, which provides the sunlight, sunshine any time of the day. OxyTap for our oxygenation. It is the world's first oxygen infuser, right in the comfort of our home. As we know, oxygen is the food of the cell. So this is very important, especially with the oxygen pandemic that we are experiencing right now. And finally, our or BioLite, which provides the grounding among many other things. So it allows us to discharge the negative charges during the day, so we are able to ground and allow for our blood to have that pH level that is healthy. So this combination is really something that every household needs. So if you are already our user, maybe of our iTeraCare, I encourage you to go complete your trilogy of wellness. It's really great. So let the body do its job, support the body, what it needs to be able to function optimally. Again, get your iTeraCare, your OxyTap, and your BioLite. And the great thing is with our platform, with Prive International, it's now possible for all of us to have it. If you have the money in your bank, you cannot put a price tag on wealth. Complete your combination of trilogy of wellness, right? But if you don't have the money, then this could be your motivation, your reason for why you will do this business. So we are really so blessed to have Prive International, that indeed the vision of the BODs to allow people to achieve the prime of their life is really true. Why? Because they are provided with the cutting edge product that will support or bring to pass this vision or goal. All right. So, of course, our company and our products receive a lot of awards already. So, we are not a fly by night company. As you know, we are already in over 80 countries. Our products have reached beyond 80 countries already, and we are in 30 established, I mean, we have established 30 branches all over the world, and our goal is to be in 100 countries where we have an established channel or branch. That's how serious our company is. So we are at the stage in the company's life where we are digging down a very good foundation. So the company is doing their job establishing these branches. Now we can go full throttle and activate our network all over the world and to support this growth. So we are really getting strengthened as a container because there are how many billions, right, of people that we need to serve. Everybody needs our product. It shouldn't just stop with us because really this is the world's most advanced terahertz frequency device today. There are terahertz frequency devices out there, but only iTeraCare has the three-in-one core technology, and so it really is the most advanced. Again, as a disclaimer, this is not a medical device, but it is a household electrical equipment certified to be safe. That's why we can promote this, distribute this all over the world. But it is not used for diagnostic purposes, and it's not going to replace any medical advice that you should be having. Okay, so medical device are for exact treatment of an exact disease. But our product is not a medical device. Rather, it supports our wellness, our well being to the cellular level. We are not treating a disease. So always consult your doctor. And yes, you can even tell your doctor, inform your doctor that you are using this as part of your way of life. So now let's talk about the concept or the subject or the idea, right? Why our iTeraCare and all our frequency devices really work at an amazing, astonishing way. Why? Because everything is apparently energy. It is not matter, it is not matter that we see that we can touch, but actually beyond those things that we can touch and feel is energy. And at the core, that is actually the building block of every matter that we see. So even with what we feel, we will not talk more about those things that might sound medical, but everything is actually energy, and everything is vibrating, it's moving. Atoms and molecules are in constant motion, oscillating at various frequency. So now the question is, are we vibrating at a low level or a high level? When you have high energy, there's so much life. When there's low energy, you are lethargic. And when there's zero energy, then there's no more life. So everything is energy, everything is vibrating. And it is said that if you want to find the secrets to the universe, any secret that you want to unlock, you need to think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. So basically, this human body is an energy field, just like a football field. This is an energy field. At its core, everything, including the human body, is composed of energy. So energy, it vibrates, it moves. Some vibrate so fast, some vibrate so slow, but we are basically an energy field. That is why Albert Einstein said that the future medicine will be the medicine of frequencies, because it matches, it talks, it aligns, and so there is resonance, and so there can be a better effect down to the cellular and even to the energy level. And that future that he was talking about is already here. For the longest time, people have been harnessing, all these natural elements, energy, all these energy things, and they have even books that give us the accounts of those people that experience well-being just by using energy. So which means it's non-invasive, not even touching. This one is just frequency. And yet, because the reality is at the cellular level is the energy, then the cells respond. So we are already at the age where it's no longer a debate. There is really power in frequency, in energy. And the good news is that we are already in the frequency era. There was the food supplement era, and now there is already the frequency era that will really bring the wellness revolution to the next level. And the frequency era will allow for the future generations to enjoy living 100 years and even beyond, that they will be able to enjoy the fullness of life and longevity in their chronological age. So we are at the forefront. We are the pioneers of this frequency era. The good thing is that through technology, we can harness this frequency that will really support our bodies at the cellular and energy level, right? And it's something that we can embrace, bring awareness to many, and then people will embrace that this is really the next level. This is the next frontier. Because indeed, there is a secret healing system in our body that is not so popular yet. We are so used to drinking, popping a pill, drinking supplement. Everything has to be matter. Everything has to be touched, right? Everything has to there has to be like, something like a matter, right? I cannot say substance because energy is still substance. So we're so used to that. That how can that happen? But there is really that healing system in our body that when we tap into that, then the body can do its job. It's about time that we make this as the norm. That when there is something we need to address, we look into activating that healing system that becomes the norm. No longer depending on someone else or something for us to get better, to feel better, but rather we are so empowered that it will become a norm that, hey, my healing system should be strengthened. That is what we want to achieve through this kinds of talk. So it's not just selling these blowers, okay? Because Hippocrates said that the natural healing force within each one of us is the greatest force in getting well. We keep looking and looking and looking, but it's actually within us. And the good thing is, it's not discriminant. It is available in every child, in every old person, whether you're black, white, Asian, Caucasian, it is within reach. And I think that's really so empowering. Dr. Joe Dispenza said that according to the quantum model of reality, we could say that all these is simply a lowering of frequency. Just like what we talked about a while ago, it is a frequency. You are vibrating at a high frequency or a low frequency. So all disease is a lowering of frequency. Is it really that simple? Well, based on the results, it really is true that if you elevate, if you activate, if you optimize the frequency levels, then the body can now do its job. So, this is the best way to activate, to strengthen, to heighten the level of our frequency, the iTeraCare, because it has the terahertz frequency, the quantum technology, and the optical quartz. So it is an advanced device that emits terahertz frequency designed to support relaxation, promote circulation, and enhance overall well-being. So it seems like it's so simple, support relaxation. But when the body is at ease, it is relaxed, then it is in harmony, then it's it's in it doing its optimum function, right? So relaxation is the opposite of dis-ease, right? So it is now at ease. And so, as simple as it may sound, you can see the domino effect of that when the body is brought into that homeostasis, that relaxed state, right? And so, this really promotes well being to the body overall. So, what is terahertz frequency? This was discovered by the American scientists in the 1980s, but it didn't become popular immediately, okay? But the good thing with the terahertz frequency is that it is non-ionizing. It is a frequency that is in between the microwave and the infrared spectrum, okay? It is in the middle, and the good thing is that it can also penetrate even through our clothing. So it is so powerful, right? It can penetrate so deep beyond our skin, and yet it is not harmful. So this is the terahertz frequency, which is in the sweet spot in the spectrum between the infrared and the microwave. So that is the terahertz frequency, and the terahertz frequency that we have in our iTeraCare is the healthy level and the effective level. All right, because if it's too much, also it's not good. But the range in our terahertz freak iTeraCare is very safe and effective enough. Why? Because of the combination of the other technologies here. But more about the terahertz frequency. So there, I think I spoke too soon. So yes, it is safe, non-ionizing. It is not harmful to our cells, even though it's a frequency. It is safe. Okay, it is safe and very good for the human body, and this is a powerful frequency that it's been used in communication, aviation, even the biomedical. Even when we go through security scanners in the airport, they use the terahertz frequency. That's why they can see through your clothing without having to touch you. So that is the frequency in our device. That is the main frequency, and this frequency is really amazing that the even the scientists themselves were so amazed that they call it the wave of life, the light of life, God's waveband. So they really attributed it to something beyond, 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 right? Because why is it the wave of life? It matches the vibrational frequency of human cells. So it's the same frequency. So it's the wave of life. So it resonates with them and activates the body cells to function optimally. The light of life, because it has the ability to influence cells. Let there be light. Okay. Support gene expression and promote energy balance without harm. And the Chinese people have been using this actually to advance, right, their technologies. They've been using it in the military, science and technology, electronic 6G, industry and agriculture. That's why they are so advanced. They have been using terahertz frequency, and now it's out for the world to also enjoy. So basically, what is terahertz? It is a resonant frequency that resonates with the healthy human cells. It resonates with our cells. It has the same vibrational frequency as our cells. So just like in our example here, if the two tuning fork has the same frequency, even though you just touch one fork, the other fork will move without touching it. So that is what we call resonance. Then there is 100 million of vibration per second. So you turn on this device, there is resonance with our cells, and then there is 100 million of vibration per second. No other frequency will do that. And so it really will activate our cells. So it influences our health positively because it's down to the cellular level, down to the energy level, and it does even touches our DNA, RNA, and protein. So that's how powerful it is. It's not just a hair blower, okay? It is actually terahertz frequency. And it is one of the most amazing frequency out there. But again, terahertz frequency can only reach a certain level, a certain degree, if just by itself. And with the iTeraCare, we have put in the three-in-one core technology, which is adding to it is the quantum energy. So what happens? The terahertz frequency can now penetrate deeper into our vital organs, into our spinal cord. It can penetrate up to our bone marrow. And so the terahertz frequency brings the heat into our bones, and because of the quantum energy, it can go deeper. Now, the quantum energy energizes our cells, okay, and energy and brings balance to the bodily system, and strengthens the body. And yes, it also produces healing energy and allows the terahertz frequency and even quantum energy to penetrate deeper. The optical quartz in our iTeraCare amplifies the frequency. That's why it's really so powerful. The combination of these three, it amplifies the frequency generated by this device. And this is not just a glass, a tube. You know, the knockoffs, they just put a plastic tube, a glass tube, and then they put a sticker there to mimic the terahertz frequency. But this tube in our iTeraCare is actually made up, is an optical quartz, okay? And how they made it is using a high temp molding technology. It's not so simple. It's not just buying a crystal. They had to have the right formulation, the right element. So it is made up of hundreds of exclusive mineral ingredients. And through this high temp molding technology, they're able to produce this optical quartz. So our iTeraCare is really high tech, and so that it is able to really do amazingly for our wellness. So please don't go out there searching for a cheaper product, because our company together with our manufacturer means business. Our health, our wellness is their mission. Okay, so this is what makes iTeraCare super special, super unique. It's not just a terahertz device, it is the one and only one with the three-in-one core technology. So it's smart, safe, and effective. And the best thing is it's portable. Now let's go back to the things that I skipped. So now when you turn on this iTeraCare, the cells in our body, which is actually a battery. Every single cell in our body is a battery, and we are made up of trillions of cells, right? So when we turn it on, our cells are charged. Our cells are activated. Our cells are optimized. So just like our app in our phones, if the cellular battery charge rather is low, then some of the apps won't even open, won't function. The same way with our body. We're not talking about a specific thing. We're not talking about specific medical condition. We are talking about the cells. When your cells, which is the charger of your body, okay? If it is low charge, then it cannot function optimally. When it is not activated, it's dormant, it's just there, it's useless. Okay, and the worst thing is that because of our lifestyle, of our environment, our cells don't are not just dormant, they become abnormal, sick cells. And so when we turn on this iTeraCare, boom, we activate, we optimize it, then you can see the domino effect. And there have already been a lot of papers on the health benefit of terahertz frequency. This is in medical journals. You can research on it on Google. It is given, it doesn't have to be debated about. This is really a frequency that has come for such a time as this in our generation, but it's been researched on, and our iTeraCare devices have test papers, so you are not going to be the guinea pig. They've gone through 6 years of research and development before they started to market this out in the market, I mean out in the world. And we have even CEFCC. That's why we can even sell this even in first world countries like Europe, countries in Europe and the United States. So rest assured, this is already good. You're good to go, okay? And we are proud to say that Prive International is the global sole and exclusive distributor of iTeraCare devices outside of China. Of course, our manufacturer is Deshang. It's in China, but in 2021, Prive International bought in 50% of the Shang, and so we are now in collaboration. This is a collaboration agreement. So it really shows you the intent, the sincerity, the commitment to this mission to let the world have this amazing device. So we are now in partnership with our manufacturer of the one and only one, iTeraCare. So we are so proud of that. And through Prive International, our iTeraCare also have the 1 million product liability insurance by Lawn Pack Insurance. They will not insure our product if they have not made sure that it is actually not harmful to the body, right? So we are just so proud of that. And this is the man who have spent so many years in this project, who have spent his time, right, to develop the first handheld terahertz light wave device. So this is really a breakthrough, right, for him to be able to harness the terahertz frequency in a handheld device. But guys, when he first developed it, it cost around $400,000. That's how much it cost, right? And after a while, he knew that he cannot stop there. Now he's successful to put that amazing frequency in a handheld device, but he didn't stop there. He developed now the Pro in 2019, And this one right now, I think in Europe, it's only $6,000, below $6,000. In the United States, below $5,000. Here in Asia, it's around $3,800 to $4,000. So it's a far cry from the $400,000. And you can afford this. How much is a car? And that's just for transport. This one is to support your well being, right? And he did not stop there. In 2021, he developed the red hot chili pepper, or what we call the classic. This one is more affordable, $600 in Europe. That's not the exact amount, okay? That's not the exact price, but it's not gonna be 600, 500 something. In the United States, it's below $500. Here in Asia, it's below 400, around $380. So this will allow us to achieve our goal that every household will have one iTeraCare. And in 2024, when we had that collaboration agreement, so sorry, that was 2024. The collaboration agreement was in 2024. The exclusive distributorship was in 2021. I'm sorry for that. So in 2024, after the collaboration, this is the first product that they have come out with, the Purple Fire or the Premium Plus. Here in Asia, this is around $800. I think in the United States, $1,000 plus. Okay, so that is the range. If you will ask me what's the difference, these three I different these three variants all have the 3-in-1 core technology. It has the terahertz, quantum energy, and the optical quartz. But just like a vehicle, right? You have a regular car, right? I don't want to be calling a regular car brand, but you can still get to where you need to go. But the Pro is like having a supercar. Boom! Right? You can get there so fast. So it's like turbo. So still you can get the same benefit. It's just a matter of using it for a long time or getting the results faster, so something like that. So if you can afford it, you will not regret getting the Pro, definitely. But if you cannot get the Pro yet, start where you can, and through the Prive platform you can get that Pro. Just like us, we were able to get the Pro and all the other devices by sharing and sponsoring in this Prive business. Okay, so again, it all has the 3-in-1 core technology. Now, these are the 8 potential benefits of using the iTeraCare. First, it supports the cell function. So cells have their function, but they're not able to function. Right now, you use the iTeraCare, they can now function. Next is energizes the cell. The cells need power, needs energy. So it can activate inactive cells, supporting overall wellness. Promotes natural recovery. The body again has its own self-healing system. So this frequency is believed to encourage the body's natural ability to repair and rejuvenate. You know, if you can imagine, like, you know, the lizard cutting off the tail, later on it grows. When you have a wound, later on it heals. So the body really has that self-healing ability. And so when you support it with this frequency, then the body can activate its own self-healing ability. Supports the meridian flow and lymphatic flow. You know, in traditional Chinese medicine, they use pressing or they use needles, so they clear the blockages. So this one, with just the iTeraCare blowing, without the needles, without physical, non-invasive, you can already clear the meridian points. It may help stimulate energy pathways and support healthy circulation. So this is one of the main challenges of the body when there's blockages. enhances microcirculation. I really love this because we don't just have blood circulation, but we also have microcirculation, like for our brains, for our eyes. So it is very good for circulation and microcirculation. Balances body function. Anything, right? You can hear all these medical terms. That is an imbalance. So any imbalance in the body, using the iTeraCare will help support the body in that area. iTeraCare may support overall well-being by helping the body maintain balance or achieve balance if it is already imbalanced. Support healthy fluid balance. Sometimes, we look fat, we're bloated, but actually it is because we have fluid retention. So it's very good to supporting our fluid balance. It promotes, this is what we were talking about, relaxation and wellness. So we are now brought into ease. We are at ease. iTeraCare is designed to encourage relaxation, circulation, and overall vitality. So we didn't talk about anything specific. Is this good for that? Is this good for this? All we can tell you is this is good for your cells. This will support your cells function. And then just use it and you experience the result for yourself. So now we have sold almost 1 million of these blowers, and there are real experiences, testimonies, wonderful accounts using this. And I'm welcoming anybody who would like to share. Please type in me. If you can, if you would like to share a testimony, you can share your testimony. Just type in me and I will call you. But one of the amazing ones is this guy. Look at that leg of this guy. It's so black already. It shows you there's no circulation, blood circulation. And without having to amputate, without having to operate, just blowing. And it is targeting the cells. It's improving the circulation. You can see already on day 5, the color drastically changed. And that's just non-invasive blowing. So it shows you that it really interacts with the body at the cellular level, promotes circulation, promotes overall wellness. So let me see if any one of you actually ask, volunteered. Okay, so definitely we have a lot of amazing testimonies. I'm sure that the person that invited you to this call will be happy to share the testimony. I'm not comfortable to share testimonies for tonight. Okay, I would rather that someone share. But if you guys are shy, then we'll just continue. So the benefits of 1 hour of iTeraCare session, some of us are so lazy about it. Oh, I'm so busy. I have an appointment. I don't have time to do the iTeraCare. Actually, it saves you so much time. Just 1 hour of iTeraCare session is equivalent to 10 times of acupuncture, 20 times cupping, 30 times gua sha, 40 times of massage in terms of wellness benefit. Of course, it's really nice, good to have a spa, to have a massage, right? But in terms of the benefits, you cut short of the time that you use and the effect to your wellness. So even just 10 minutes, do the 5 points. That's already good. If you really don't have time, just blow, just dry your hair. That's it. If you have more time, maybe once a week, do the 1 hour iTeraCare session. That would be good. But please, if you have the iTeraCare, don't go out, like don't have a day without using the iTeraCare. After you take a bath, use the iTeraCare. Activate your immune system, activate your cells, right? Even just blow quickly, fast, and in the night before you rest, after you shower, do this. Please make it as part of your way of life. Okay? So please, we already have it. Let's not miss out on the benefits of using the iTeraCare. Of course, it's not just for the body, it's also for our water. What happens to the water is the structure of the water from microcluster, it becomes linear structure, so it's so fine that it's able to penetrate our cells faster, so hydration is better, and yes, it helps okay our cells, so it is really very good no matter what your water is. Okay, please do blow the iTeraCare so that you will have a structured living water that your cells can absorb, because it's not how much water we drink, it's how much water we absorb. We can also blow it on our food, on our vegetables, and even on our pets. Okay, so there's a lot of applications from infant to elderly. This is allowable to be used. The only thing is that if you're pregnant, please don't use it, not for anything else, but because, we don't want to get entangled, for whatever. We don't know the kind of development. So we suggest for you to just drink the iTeraCare charged water. If you are having your cycle, you have your period, we don't suggest that you blow, because what happens to the blood becomes thinner, so it's like you're urinating blood. Okay, but some people, they like it better, and so they insist to blow. Well, that's their choice. If you have any implants, absolutely, please do not blow directly where the implant is. You can blow on the other parts. Please do not blow on open wounds, especially if there's still profuse bleeding. Please don't blow there. But if the bleeding has stopped, you can choose to blow if you want. But please, if you need to go to the hospital, if you have a fractured bone, please do so. Okay, so that's the only thing. And the person that invited you to this call will give you the guide. Okay, the guide for the iTeraCare. So this is our goal, one iTeraCare device per household, bringing life to every home. Definitely, this device will be in every household. Right now, we have that opportunity to be the one to bring it to the household of our family and friends. So there is also a huge business potential. If you're looking for a business opportunity, this is definitely something worth to look at. Talk with the person that invited you to this call, and it's going to be an amazing journey. So this is Prive International, and we are going to be celebrating our 4th year anniversary already. We were born during the pandemic, at the height of pandemic, and now we are marching towards our 4th year anniversary. It will be in Penang, and we are looking forward to seeing all our friends who are using the product or doing the business. It will be in Spice Arena, Penang, Malaysia, and they have already designed a tour package wherein we can pay $700 for a 6 days, 5 nights tour, and including the event itself, and that $700 will be returned to us in product form. So it's like it's really for free. So that is something that we can look forward to. So guys, if you are part of Prive International, let's go to Penang on November. So thank you so much for joining my presentation. But before that, I can see that there are some questions. Thank you to all our guests. You are free to leave now, but since we still have time, I may be able to answer the question here. Can we use more than one iTeraCare device at the same time? Yes. Yes, that's not a problem. We saw some people doing 4 iTeraCare. It's like she is being incubated. So yes, you can use several. What's the difference in speed 1, 2, and 3? Okay, so basically it's the heat, right? It's the heat that you can tolerate. What's important is that you feel comfortable, you don't burn your skin, but the heat is very good. So the difference is really the heat. So sometimes depends on what you're using, if you're using the Premium Plus or the iTeraCare Classic or the Pro, but definitely it's just the heat. But the terahertz frequency will still be blown, will still be, what do you call that? Not expelled, but it will still be there. How about the charged water? How about charged water using as energy drink? Yes, definitely. And especially our oxytap. Yes, instead of drinking the energy drink, use our terahertz water, because it's not just terahertz frequency. The terahertz frequency makes it linear, but because of also of the quantum energy, so that is energized. So it is indeed an energy drink, but healthy energy drink. Okay, so I think that's all for our questions. Thank you so much for joining tonight. I hope that you have a wonderful holiday with your family, and I'll see you again next Thursday. We are doing this every Thursday, 8 o'clock p.m., 7:30. We already open the Zoom, and you are welcome to invite your friends, your family, and it's going to be a wonderful time promoting a new way of thinking, a new way of living with the Prive International product. So thank you so much. And again, my name is Faithlyn Grace. See you in November.